Hi, I'm Catherine. Thanks for being with me and Homestead in the Woods. I'm out here today just for a very short period of time to let you know what's going on with the fires. They are burning in Canada, and we're really not that far from the Canadian border up in northern Michigan, and so we're getting a big fallout from the fire. The sky is hazy, our noses are burning, our lungs are burning, our eyes are burning, and so we aren't going to be working outside today. We are going to be just doing some of the inside things that need to be done. So I'm going to move the camera around so that you can see what this haze is looking like. And then I'm going to take you inside and show you the end result of our sleuthing on what the source of all of those mosquitoes were in our house. We found out, and you will not believe the source of the mosquitoes that we had biting the daylights out of us in our own home. My husband and I worked tirelessly outside trying to remedy the situation, and they were not coming from outside. So stay tuned and I will fill you in on that. But right now I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what this haze is looking like. All right, so that should be blue sky. It's a warm day and we have nothing but gray. Walking towards our barn, and you can see we really are in the woods, and it is so thick. The sky is really, it's just hard to imagine this much smoke is coming our way, but the winds are blowing from the north to the south, and so that is bringing a lot of their smoke down onto us. Let's see if you can see it in this direction too, but you can literally see wafts of it coming through the air. And so I'm gonna get back into the house here real quick. Got deer flies after me. I'm gonna get back into the house and quit breathing this stuff, and we'll move on to the story of how we got all of those mosquitoes. So oh, you're draining it out to the woods now?
Yeah.
Any dead frogs or any nastiness?
Got one frog. He's right up here.
Okay.
Yeah. He was here. So that's going to go back in. That grass, I think, is dead. I'm gonna leave Let's not put the grass. This pump the water's so low I can't pump any more out. I'll shut the pump off and then I'll get the bucket and jade.
All right.
There's no way to get all the dirt out. In fact, some dirt is good for.
We'll need it for the water lilies, so.
Well, they're going to be concealed in here.
Okay.
And they've got plenty. Then I'll just hose it down.
Start again.
And then I'll fill it up, and then I'll probably deal with that, pull all those rocks out.
Yeah, they need to.
Look at that out.
Yeah, they need to come out.
I can't. These really bother me. It's ugly. I can't cover it up because if I put a rock there, it's going to fall right.
Oh, right. Plus the cats get in there hunting for frogs and right, and they'll knock it in anyhow.
Until I get some professionals out here to redo the whole thing, make it low maintenance and pretty, we're just going to have to live with some exposed rubber vinyl. Not vinyl. It's rubber liner.
So the bugs don't seem so bad right now.
Well, this is full of larvae. Right?
Was it?
Make no mistake. There's a cloud here.
Okay.
I got a nice little.
Oh, something's coming at me right now. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go inside right now and see if I can find some mosquito dunks, and because then we can just, once you get it cleaned out, we can put those in there, and that will at least help. All right, I'm gonna go find some dunks. I know we have some.
Tell the lily pads, do you?
No, I know I threw one in there last year. It won't kill the frogs. It won't kill the lily pads. It's not like, you know, bleach or anything. It's BT, which is
Oh, right.
yeah, right. It's just BT.
So what's Stone Johnson's?
Just walked into a spider web. At least the bugs aren't out too bad. You need some help pulling it? That tree over there is right in the middle too. At some point, it's gonna fall over. Welcome friends, and welcome back to Homestead in the Woods. My name is Catherine, and I thought I'd do a follow-up video to let you know what we found out was the cause of all of those mosquitoes in our house. They were coming in, or at least it seemed like they were coming in by the dozens. And the very worst of it was one morning, started around 3 o'clock in the morning with buzzing around our heads. And we killed between, say, 3 a.m. and 6, we probably killed 60 mosquitoes that were in our bedroom and bathroom area. So that was really miserable times. And there is a prior video. I'll put it up here so that you can go back and take a look at it if you haven't already seen it. But for weeks on end, we were literally doing the mosquito Macarena, and you'll know what that is if you go back and take a look at that other video. So we know what it was, and it was just like a flash of, oh, that's what it is. But I'm going to go through the things that we did do, and they're all common sense things. We cleaned, well, we call it the frog pond out in front of our house, and drained it, cleaned it, refilled it, put a little BT wafer in it to keep the mosquito larvae from regrowing in that pond. We went way out front and went down into the creek and cleared out deadfall that was kind of impeding the flow of water. We did, we went through the house and to see if we could figure out if they were coming in somehow. We looked at the ceiling fans, because we found out when we went to investigate that there was no kind of a flap to close it. So when the fan was not in use, there was still an open entry at all times from the roof vent into the bathroom. Even talked to the builder to see if there was something that could be done. Anyway, that turned out to not be the issue. We looked in our potted plants and made sure that there was no water accumulating in there for any amount of time. We've got a little water feature on our atrium and checked to see if that might be the source, and there was nothing in there. And anyway, we did all kinds of things trying to get relief from the mosquitoes. And so this is our journey coming to the conclusion of where those darn things were coming from and what we did about it. And I think you're going to be surprised. So this was our journey. And after checking all of those things, that we looked into all of the obvious places that might be mosquito breeding grounds, nothing made a difference. And then all of a sudden, I saw this. And then it made sense what was going on. So now that you've seen all of the things that we did do to try and remedy the mosquito problem to absolutely no avail, the problem was solved by this: a dilute solution of bleach water. And what we had to do was put it in the drains, 3 drains plus the sump pump, which is down on the lower level of the house. So what we found was, once mosquitoes did get into the house, where do they like to reproduce? Water. They need still water. Well, we had 3 drains in our house plus the sump pump, which wasn't really stagnant water, but we went ahead and treated it anyway. But we had 3 drains in our house that had water in them, and you need to keep water in the traps of your drains. Otherwise, when they do run dry, you end up with some stinkiness coming from your sewer system, whether it's a septic or a public sewer system. Anyway, you need to keep water in the traps. Well, we had 3 drains that were not regularly used. That was on our lower level. There was the shower drain in the guest bathroom, and there was a guest bathroom in the hallway, and unless we have guests, nobody's using that shower. And then there's a jacuzzi tub in our master bath that in 4 years I haven't used it. So that was the source. Mosquitoes were going into the drain and multiplying and then flying back up out of the drain and causing all kinds of havoc with our lives. So my husband got a big jug of water, added some bleach to it, and poured it down the drains. Excuse me. And then once we had instituted the mosquito Macarena and smacking them all, the ones that were in the house, anything that was left in the drain that hadn't yet hatched and flown out to get us was killed. So that was the end of the siege. I never in a million years would have expected that. But surprisingly, I was discussing this with our veterinarian and his staff while I was there with our dog for her regular visit. And I mentioned that and the mosquito problem. And both of them had had problems where they could not figure out how the mosquitoes were getting into their house. And the vet tech said, yes, she did find that it was coming out of her drains, unused bathroom drain. And the vet said he actually found that they were coming down his open chimney and getting into his house. So there's a lot of ways that these darn things can get into your house and then just multiply and make life miserable. So I hope I've given you a little information to go by in case you encounter such a problem. Thanks for viewing. And if you've gotten any other situations that I've already not mentioned that seem to be the source of your problem, go ahead and leave it in the comments section, because we're here to help each other learn and figure out some of these real head scratchers. So go ahead and leave a comment if you've got any other information that you have encountered. And thank you for viewing. And if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and subscribe. And if you liked the video and would like to see more, and also hit the thumbs up to like it. So thanks for coming, and I'll see you next video.